Hi everybody and welcome back. I said I'd make a short video. It's my last week in Ireland, stormy Ireland for anyone that's not from here. I'm in my daughter Rachel's boat. I'm as you can tell probably by all the pink. So I'm using this as like an apartment. Well, it's in Kilrush boatyard. So, well, look at the boat shaking. So while I work here, I use it as a flat, and it's very handy. And then in turn, I do work in it for Rachel. She wants to put it in the market, and so I'm cleaning it up. It's handy for both of us. And Rachel's very good to me as well. She looks after all my social media and websites and all that. So this is just a quick video just to show people. A lot of people are asking about Ireland, and they want to see what's happening. So I said I'd make a quick one about what I'm doing here. I fly out next week on Friday to Portugal, where I start prepping Waxwing for the sail back to Ireland. I can't wait for that. I really can't wait. So that's what I'll be at this week, and I just said I'd give you a peep in to see what I was doing and what the plans are. A good bit of work coming up with interviews and meetings with sponsors. An awful lot of work goes on behind the scenes for stuff like that, and it's time consuming, but I'll be able to do a lot of that in Portugal as well, and when it's warmer. So my next video will be from Portimao in Portugal, and there should be some fantastic videos sailing back to Ireland. I'm going to be sailing probably via the Azores, just for wind reasons, unless I get lucky and get a fair wind for Ireland. I'll go north, but so stay tuned, and there'll be plenty of videos coming up. Good sailing videos. Rain again. I can't wait for Portugal. So the boat behind me, as I said, is my daughter's an Atlantic Clipper 36. Just cleaning her up because she wants to sell her. Lovely boat, great room inside. But so I'm just keeping busy with that. Oh, I'm going to sit in all the rain. So we're in between. We've had 2 storms already. We have another one forecast, Storm Barra, I think. I look it up, but that's expected to be quite windy. So I'll be glad to get back to Portugal and start working on Waxwing, and it's a lot of prep to do before I set off on the circumnavigation. So this is keeping me busy anyway for the next day or two. I have to get a PCR test tomorrow. So pity about the weather though. The weather has just been like people not from Ireland watching this. We've had 2 storms already that were quite windy, and we've one forecast that's extremely windy. So nice to get that cleaned up for the girls anyway, and get her on the market. It's the update today now from from rainy Ireland. If we could export rain in Ireland, we'd be wealthy. It'd be a wealthy country. So we've had Storm Dudley and Storm Eunice, and now Storm Franklin, I think it's called. Who comes up with these names is on the way. You can hear the wind. Well, I don't know if you can hear it on this, but it's starting to pick up already. I'm glad I got the hull done. So it's starting to get fresh already. An interesting night, I'd say. I'm right back at the back of the yard anyway, so I should be sheltered behind the other boats. It's well protected here anyway.
Take care of everything.
And I'm not even at sea. Good morning. Just up after a crazy night. My good God, it was fairly violent winds. I was even worried that one of the legs of the cradle would come in through the hull. It was the boat was shaking so violently. So it's a lot better now this morning, thankfully. Coffee cup isn't jumping around the table. Yesterday I had a cup of tea before bed, and the cup was bouncing along the table, and it's a much nicer morning this morning. It's still quite windy, but nothing like it was. Nice to see the sun come up. So I'm up early. I have a busy day today. There's so much work to be done and preparing for solo non-stop circumnavigation. People don't realise, or maybe you do, but I'll explain. Like there's a lot of money to be raised, and meeting with sponsors, and trying to get the GoFundMe running, or up in social media and stuff like that. So there's a lot of work now. Rachel, my daughter, gives me great help. She's fantastic with all my social media. But at the same time, you have to write emails and talk to people and think of people to talk to. So I'm just up. So this morning, at 10:30 this morning, it's 9:15 now, I have a big meeting with a company. So I got to get cleaned up, scrubbed up, and go meet them. And fingers crossed, I'd love to have them as a sponsor. So I'll keep you posted on that. Next Friday. Today is Monday. Next Friday, I fly back to Portugal. Hopefully no more storm force winds. They reckon it was I forget, I think 135 kilometers an hour gust last night. So coffee time, get cleaned up, and I'll let you know how the interview goes with the meeting with the big company I have to meet this morning. Have a good one. By coincidence, that's my dad's boat beside. My dad did a circumnavigation in her. Came back when he was 70. So anything that wasn't lashed down, look where the fender ended up last night. That was up in the bow. Anything that wasn't lashed down was blown away. Look at the cool box. Anyway, so I'm off for my the interview now, or the meeting with the sponsors. So wish me luck. Life is full of surprises. I was just walking through the boatyard, and there's a boat builder here called Steve Morris. He builds beautiful boats and repairs boats, and I just peeped into the shed and look what I saw. They're building this beauty here, but this is a Shannon 1 design. It's a boat I had when I was about 12. Beautiful clinker boat with a Gunter rig, 15 square meter sail. And I sailed one of them all over the lake when I was a kid. I loved it. Look at that, isn't that? That's number 40. Mine was 63 or 64, I forget. Isn't she beautiful? There's a blast from the past. Ice and snow on the deck this morning. 2 degrees in the cabin. Roll on Portugal. So after a long and cold winter working in Ireland, in snow and rain and wind, as you saw in the previous part of the video, I'm on my way now to Faro Airport in Portugal, and then I get a taxi over to the boat where I start working on Waxwing and get it ready to sail back to Ireland. Then I'll do a refit in Kilrush Marina and get it ready for my solo non-stop circumnavigation coming up in August. Oh God, I'm so excited now to get back. Can't wait to see Waxwing. So here I am, back to Waxwing. I'm home. And thankfully she's in great condition. Everything perfect. You can see I've already started doing a few jobs. I just couldn't help it. I got up at 6 this morning. So happy to be back. And everything is ship shape. It's a lovely protected marina, so she was in good nick, thank God. Everything was perfect. So everything's up in a heap. I haven't even unpacked yet. Spare hydrovane just lying lying there. Anyway, I've all the time in the world now to sort her out and get through things. But she's bone dry, and it's just so lovely to be home. And lovely to be out of the cold weather. Jeannie, I woke up this morning, it's 18 degrees already. So an ideal situation to work in her. Whew. So it's so lovely to be home. As I said, Waxwing's in great shape, and I'm just so happy to be back. I felt when I was at home, I had to work hard to make the money to pay for this place and pay the marina. And it was odd being away from the boat. So now I've plenty of time. I'm paid up here until the 1st of April. So I've plenty of time to do a lot of the prep, and I have a lot of prep to do. So I can do a good bulk of it here, and I try to do a bit of fundraising and sponsorship work while I'm here as well. There's Wi-Fi in the marina. So I can get everything ready and get Waxwing ready to go sailing. That's what I really love more than anything. That's why I'm doing all this. So I'll be sailing back to Ireland, as I said. And so I've plenty to do now, and it's just so good to be back. You can probably tell I'm a bit excited. I got up to crack of dawn, and I'm going to work on her, get all the sails back on. But I have other jobs to do as well, and I have a list of upgrades that I'm planning on doing. My batteries, a new furler on the front. Nothing major. It'll be a refit when I get back, but not a massive one, thank God. So so I hope you just enjoyed that small video of me getting back here and what I was doing before I left. And there'll be more frequent videos now and better videos. I'll be doing a good bit of sailing around here, checking stuff out, and so please, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. You can find my new website is up now. It's Peter Lawless Solo Circumnavigation. All my information is on that. My GoFundMe is on that, my route, everything, all the info you need there. There's also links to my other social media, Instagram, Facebook and all that. And it all helps. So wishing everyone a lovely Sunday, a good weekend, and stay tuned. There's a lot of exciting stuff to come up. News of sponsorship, there's a good bit of that coming up. And it's more interesting now anyway. And as I said, delighted to be back on my beautiful Waxwing. So Waxwing out.